Hello everyone, it's Tana. Welcome back to the channel and another video for the rabbit hole designs and one of the few remaining videos for the Christmas video series for 2020 on my channel. Today we're going to use the Caffeinated Reindeer, and I even used the coordinating die, if you can believe that. I don't use dies that often, you guys know that, but I had it, so I used it. I'm just going to make a simple background here with some Distress Oxide and tumbled glass and speckled egg. Put the tumbled glass all over the panel and then the speckled edge all around the outside. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice here tonight. And then I went back in with the tumbled glass just to smooth that transition. Now I ran this through my die cutting machine and embossed with my stencil, which I might as well have skipped that step because using the Frosted Lake Dream Drops for the snowfall pretty much covered up the fact that I had embossed them into the panel. So if you want to emboss them with your stencil, I would suggest using something other than Dream Drops for your snowfall color. It still gave them dimension, so it turned out cute. I used some tonic pearlescent white cardstock for the hills and the MFT Slimline Snowdrift dies. You can use any dies you want. They just happen to be handy, so I use those to cut out my snowdrifts. And I also pulled in, as I showed you, from the, I think it's called It's Present Time stamp set from MFT. I needed a Christmas tree or two, and that one was also handy, so we're going to use that on our card as well. And this is going to be a light up card. We're going to use the Pear Blossom Press Easy Lights. And because they come with 3 lights connected to 1 battery pack, I wanted to make sure I had a couple things lit up. I didn't want those lights to go to waste. So I cut a hole, or poked a hole with my, I think this is an 1/8 inch punch, into the center of each star on the trees, and then into the center of Rudolph's nose there. And yes, I made him Rudolph. All my reindeer will always be Rudolph. So here you see me. I'm using my panel that all my inner workings are going to be on. Excuse me. Traced it onto the back of my front card panel so I knew exactly where I was going to place it when I put everything together. I lined up where my holes were onto my panel and marked those with a pencil so I could cut those out with the punch. And now I'm just showing you, you break it apart. You break your piece off. This was a 5-pack. Snapped it off, stuck my battery in plus side up, and all my lights work. It's as simple as that. So you want to leave enough room when you place your battery pack to put some foam tape around the edges. So I made sure I did that. And now I'm just coiling my wire. You notice I'm not bending it because I don't know what putting kinks or multiple kinks in the wire would do, if it would affect the lights. So I don't do that. I just coil it and tape it down. I used Scotch tape this time. And I was careful to make sure that I've taped all of the extra wire down because I have snipped them accidentally before. Now that I know they all work and they're all in place, I'm going to use this little tiny stamp set from MFT. It's for interactive cards. I cannot remember the name, but I will put it down below. I'm going to stamp push and then here on 2 of the presents that I colored. And now I'm adding colored pieces of vellum to the back of that front panel. Red for Rudolph's nose and 2 yellow ones for the stars. So that when the light shines through my punched holes, it still has color to it. I double up my foam tape and I'm cutting it into 1/4 inch pieces just to go around the edge there. And I kind of made a box around my lights so that they bounced off the foam tape and shone more brightly into the holes instead of spreading out across, the back of the card. It does make a little bit of a difference, I've noticed, so I always box in the lights with my foam tape. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm losing my voice, so I'm trying to catch up So now I'm just going to place all my images down on the front of the card where they're supposed to go. I line them up with their holes. And I already have my Merry Christmas all cut out from the memory box dies. And it's got 3 layers behind it of 100-pound cardstock. And now I'm just adding glue to my foam tape so I can line that up and put that whole light up setup together. And now we're going to add our presents. So I'm going to glue those straight down to the front as well. And last but not least, I'm going to add a little like teardrop shaped clear gem to Rudolph's nose and 2 tiny round Studio Katia iridescent bubbles to the center of the stars. Now those gems, they help the lights shine brighter when your recipient receives a card. I've noticed they make that light radiate out just a little bit brighter. And we're going to put an inside in. So with the little caffeinated reindeer, there comes a sentiment that says, caffeine makes me jingle all the way. I believe it says. Caffeine gives me the jingles all the way. And it was too long for the inside of the card, so I just put a piece of Post-it tape over that and stamped half on the top and half underneath. And that's the inside of our card. Just going to put some double-sided adhesive on that, stick that right inside, and then we're going to take our whole front panel and glue that onto the front of the card base with some Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. And that's it for this week's card, guys. I hope you all have happy holidays, and there'll be a couple more videos coming up, but we'll see you in the new year. Don't forget to sign up for the Rabbit Hole Designs email. You'll get to see inspiration, be aware of releases, and all kinds of fun stuff. We'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye for now.